So as you can see from the previous screen, my computer died and I lost every finished video that I had. And I had 4 ready to go up and now they're gone. I did manage to save some of the raw footage, but it wasn't the raw footage that I really needed. I managed to save some where I was riding, but I wasn't talking. I was just purely out for the ride that day. So I'm gonna try and piece a few things together and we'll go from there. But today, I'm gonna start with, I got a new helmet. So I've picked up a new HJC I10. It's kind of hard to operate with one hand. She clicks in there pretty good. Very positive lockdown. The wind's never gonna lift that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 detents on the way up. We'll see how easy this comes off. Pull this down. Oh, nice and easy. So the visor comes off easy. 5 detents, nose guard, breath guard, whatever. Well, I couldn't find the Velcro. So 2-sided 3M tape works on the outside of the helmet, so it's sure to hold everything inside the helmet. And I can take these out when I want, if I go to a different setup, which I just might. But it's nice, it's got all these little channels in there. See, this one is for my GoPro. We'll have to figure something out and get a shorter cord for that. Shorter corded mic for sure. It's a little big. It doesn't want to sit down in there totally. But once the ear pad's on and it's on my head, and it's been on there for a few weeks, it'll probably never come off. But the channels are nice. You can see down in there. It fits right in there. Come around the back. And I'll tuck this all in so I can go back the other way so that my plug is at my chin when I'm done, or pretty close to it. I'll run this around and under here so my jack will be right around the same place, and then I can just plug in. I'll probably glue this in here somehow so that it I just have to plug it in and run it down to my pocket with a aux cord or something. So as you can see here, got the rear rock system in here. I've just got a pigtail sticking out here right now, so what I'll do is run that back underneath everything when I get an extension, and it'll come out probably here or here, where I'm gonna have a shorter lead for this, and I can just run an extension on this down to the setup in my pocket. And it'll still probably work better than the Senna system, just because the Senna sticks out and I just don't want it on there. I have one, but I think it's better like this because then I don't have extra weight on my head. So throw this back together, check the end result. Threw it all back together. This will pop out here beside the chin curtain, which doesn't fit worth a shit. This is the pigtail for the rear rock. I'll eventually run it onto the cheek pad and out the front, probably on this side so everything's on the same side. This is for the GoPro. This chin curtain, which I ordered to come with it, doesn't fit. Well, it fits, it's the right one, it says it's the right one, but it will not hold the tabs, so it's either a defective helmet underneath there, they used a defective piece or something, because the other sides sit on there, but it's not a good fit. Like if you look at the gap, well, that's just asking for wind noise. I'll probably run it without it and I'll make my own. So off with that thing, and with the light shining in there, you can see I now have 2 mic setups in there, one for rear rock and one for GoPro. And eventually, like I said, I'll make my own curtain out of leather to go across there, and so it fits underneath and is all nice and tight. Because most of the time when I ride with the full face, I'm either talking to you guys or it's cold. It won't hurt it to be permanently in there. If I'm on the interstate, I use the chin curtain. I always wear the full face on the interstate. If you've ever caught a rock off a truck, you'll understand why. I had to get my leg stitched up because I caught a rock. Now the chin full face helmet wouldn't have helped that. But I've also caught one right in the center of the top of my head when I ducked. And I have the helmet still with the chip out of it because where the rock hit me off a dump truck. This should work pretty good. Once I get everything finished, I'll actually glue the leather in there and stuff, and get a shorter cord for that thing. I was going to put the pin lock on today, but apparently I left it at home. So I'll get that visor back on. It goes on pretty quick. So this will be my mishmash video to get back to getting things straightened out. Well, it appears I forgot the mount that goes on the side of the helmet. So we'll have to figure that one out when I get home. But that's not a big deal. It's an old setup and it works well. Obviously, I've changed all the actual metal screws, bolts, so that it doesn't move around once it's on there. So I'll have to set that up when I get home. So I actually found a mount in my bag. So I put that on with the same 3M double-sided tape that I use for lots of stuff. I tried it on. Fit doesn't seem bad. It actually fits really nice, but the weight's not bad at all. So this is an HJC I10. I have to get her out and give her a test ride and see how noisy or quiet it is. And anything I ride doesn't have a fairing, it's bound to be noisy. So we'll start off with a new helmet. There's the Harley. It's covered in cleaning rags that I set over there. There's the Kawasaki. I've got the Kawasaki for sale. I really don't like the seat on it. I might as well sit on this because it's about just as comfortable as that seat. I don't know if it's just the angle that my legs come down, but there's a hard ridge underneath that seat somewhere where I don't know if they have a metal pan or a plastic pan or whatever, but it's got a sharp edge on it and they really need to round it off because that's the biggest drawback to the whole bike. Thing gets up and goes like nobody's business. Like you can break the speed limit in first gear. I might sell it. I've got it up for sale. If I sell it, I sell it. If I don't, I don't. Never selling that thing. I'll have that thing till the day I die. Scratches and all, even though she's been a good old girl. She just rolled 50,000. And I bought it. I can't remember if it was 7 or 11, something like that. That was in 17 that I bought it. But whoever had it before never drove it. So I ride it, but lately working nights has been kicking my ass. So not a bad looking helmet. I'm glad that sticker came off with no residue, or there's a little bit on there. I can get that off though. It just rubs off. Yeah, perfect. So get that pin lock on there. I also picked up this for my upcoming trip. Now this one had the best reviews. Apparently it's the only one that's not made out of plastic and bends. So I can say that this locks down pretty good. This locks down solid. Open that up. Not even half, that's what, half turn. It's loose enough to move it all wherever you want. Lock her down. It ain't moving at all. And I'm not pushing easy. So let's try it out on, I don't know, that looks pretty spindly. That screw does anyway. Let's try it on the bike. Oh, see, dang, that's pretty solid. It takes genuine effort to try and move it though. And with it that's pretty good. Let's hope for the best, because we're gonna be doing a trip that's long distance. So there's one more added accoutrement that I need to add to the bike. All right guys, I forgot to talk to you about my upcoming trip. I'm not gonna give too much away, but there could be new things involved and everything else. So I'm going to Calgary. So I fly out on the 14th, so we'll end it there and leave you with something to look forward to. I got a few videos I'm going to try and get up before then, obviously, because I don't leave for 2 weeks, but at least I can get, if I can get today's video done and then 2 more, I'll be pretty happy. Trying to find the time to enjoy myself. So now I think it's time to go for a ride. I'm gonna get the Harley out and take a tour.